One. Good morning, children. Welcome to our social class. We are dealing with third lesson, tanks and groundwater, part 2. In the last lesson, we had learned about different kinds of nets, how we'll do fishing in water, and how do we do fishing in tanks, and many more. And in today's class, we are going to learn about groundwater, rocks and groundwater in Telangana, recharging groundwater, quality of groundwater, use of groundwater. Groundwater. I think you all know what is groundwater. We learned many times. Okay, what is groundwater? The rainwater which sink into the ground, that is percolates into the ground and flow in the form of groundwater. Rainwater not only flows down the streams or rivers, but also slowly goes down to the soil. That is, the water, rainwater sinks into the soil. This is groundwater. This water accumulates below the ground in the gaps between rocks, pebbles, sands, etc. The rainwater which sinks into the ground, they will accumulate. Where they will accumulate, where they will get stored in between rocks, pebbles, and sand. Rocks which have cracks or pores. Rocks which have cracks or pores. Pores means minute holes in them can contain water are called pervious rocks. In Telangana, there are some rocks like sandstone, granite, and limestone, which are very compact. There are some stones like granite. Granite, you all know, a hard rock. And these rocks won't store water. They won't have minute holes. These rocks are called impervious rocks. Pervious rocks and impervious rocks. Rocks which have cracks and holes and store water is called pervious rocks. And rocks which won't have any cracks or holes and won't store water are called impervious rocks. And groundwater usually accumulates above such rocks. Since the water cannot go beneath them, these are called impervious rocks. The layers of water which accumulate under the ground among rocks is called aquifer. You can observe this picture, aquifer. The water where stored in between the rocks is called aquifer. Rocks and groundwater in Telangana. Next topic. Telangana consists of granites which are hard and impervious, and predominantly rocks are not granite. Many of these rocks also have deep cracks going down to 50 to 100 meters depth. These cracks to contain water. These cracks contain water. Just now we learned rocks which have holes and cracks contain water. You can see here the borewell pipe, how they are digging. And this went deep inside the ground and where the rocks contain, the layers of rocks contain water. You can see here. The borewell which are dug with the help of drill machines reach the deep cracks and draw water from them. I think you all know the borewell, how the borewell is dug. A big lorry will come and they will put a drill into the soil. You will see it regularly in our areas. The water level near the areas adjacent to the great rivers like Krishna and Godavari depend upon the water in the river. You all know the places nearby the rivers like Krishna and Godavari or another rivers. That land consists of somewhat more water. Okay, children. And here, if we dig a well, we will get the water with a little distance. There is no need to drill into depth to have the water, and with a short distance only we will get the water. Usually there is plenty of water because near areas of Krishna and Godavari, that land will have plenty of water. And if we dig a little distance only, we'll get water. That is, little means 5 to 7 meters below the ground, these areas, and it is very easy to dig wells in them. With nearly 5 to 7 meters only, there will be a flow of water near areas near Krishna and Godavari rivers. And in other areas, we should dig deep into the ground like this. You can see the picture. Then you observe this picture. That rocks and water below the ground level and groundwater level, you will understand the level of wells, how they are digging. And here, the pipe level. And recharging groundwater, how this groundwater is recharged. Okay, let us see. The rainwater which fall on the surface of the earth will run off. Instead of runoffing, we should do something to store this groundwater. That is nothing but recharging. Grasses and planted on the hill slope from where a stream starts, and small check dams also built across streams to store water for a long time. The rainwater which is run off, we won't allow them to run off. We will build some check dams and we will do plantation instead of to stop the flow of water and to stop the flow of soil erosion. These things are done so that the water is sinked into the ground and flow in the form of groundwater. All this helps to increase or recharge groundwater. What? Grasses are planted, plantation is done, and check dams are built. These all things are used to recharge groundwater. The amount of water that percolates into the soil has also declined due to the cutting down of forests. You all know, deforestation. A lot of deforestation is going on. Okay, children. And due to this, we are facing many problems. Global warming is going on. And now we are taking a step to afforestation. And government also implemented many programs like Haritaharam. Okay, children, this all to save the groundwater. Water flows into streams and into rivers. If the flow of rainwater were to be checked by vegetation and bunds, there would be a greater possibility of water percolating into the soil to join in the groundwater. This is how we will recharge groundwater. That is, we'll save groundwater. Quality of groundwater. Quality, you all know. Groundwater is usually mixed with many minerals. Many things will be mixed with the water. And minerals come from the rocks and soil underneath. Minerals, when mixed with water, the taste and nature of the water changes. What happens? Many minerals, when mixed with the water, the taste and nature of the water changes. In many mandals, there is excess quantity of certain minerals like sodium, chloride, iron, and nitrate, etc. These are present excess quantity in water. If these are present in excess quantity, then we all know we'll get some diseases like hands and legs going crossly, like bendedly. In Nalgonda district, like that, we will find this type of thing. And water is polluted due to the excessive use of fertilizers and pesticides or poor drainage. Water is polluted. You can see here how the water is polluted due to the excessive use of fertilizers and pesticides and dumping of wastage, drainage water, everything. This groundwater is getting polluted and contaminated. Use of groundwater. And in what way we will use the groundwater? Let us see. Digging of more bore wells will cause further reducing of groundwater level. Yes, if number of the borewells are then what happens? The groundwater gets drier. You won't get water in summer. We'll face a water problem. Nowadays, you all know we will face water problem in summer due to increasing of bore wells. And unless we use the groundwater as a common resource and in a restrained manner, we cannot preserve the water for the future generation. Yes, you all know, children, we should not waste the water. Okay, we should preserve the water for future generation. And many, many slogans are there to prevent the water, like save water, save life. And we should think of the future generation, and we should save the each and every drop of water. We should also develop ways of using and conserving water in a restrained manner. Yes, not only that, we should create many awareness among the people to save the water, not to waste the water. And we should use the water whenever we need it. And after that, we should off the tap or the flow of water. Otherwise, what happens? Future generation won't have any water. Okay, children, now itself we are seeing many rivers, many canals, many tanks are dried up because of throwing wastage, silt, everything. And you all know the Mission Kakatiya program, which was implemented by the government, that is cleaning of tanks and rivers to save rivers, tanks and ponds, lakes, etc. Okay, children, these all helps to save water for future generation. If we won't do such things, we will be the responsible for the destructive wars over water, and we will be responsible for it. We will be responsible for not having or not preserving water for future generation. Okay, children, I think you understood it. So don't forget to save the water. Okay, children, and I'll come back to you with another lesson. Until that, stay home, stay safe.